exciting time of the year. Study abroad students are starting to leave for their new schools, and I just wanted to give 10 quick packing tips that will help you with your journey. Tip number 1, pack a Brita water bottle or any type of filtered water bottles. Drinks and water in general are so expensive. You're going to be spending a lot of time in airports, on college campuses, in big major cities, and they make a lot of money off of upping the prices, especially on drinks. And if that's one thing that you cannot have to pay for, that's extra money in your pocket for trips and other things that you can do. So you can bring it into restaurants, you can bring it through the airport, just drain it before you go through security and then fill it right back up in a bathroom or a water fountain, and just didn't want to pay what would come out to sometimes $7 or $8 for a bottle of water. It was crazy. So definitely try to find one of those. Tip number 2 is an over-the-shoulder kind of bag. I'll put up a picture, but just a bag that goes over that you can keep next to you so that you know if anything's going missing or if anything's happening. You are traveling a lot. You want to have something that's right with you all the time. Plus, you're going to be going to a lot of places where you need your hands. You're going on exhibits, you're taking pictures, and you don't want to be constantly worrying about, oh, I have to carry this bag, I have to carry this bag. And a lot of places won't let you carry backpacks. So if you're traveling with a backpack to go to hostels or something like that, you're going to need something to bring along with you for the exhibits and the museums and things like that. Tip number 3, cold medicine, cough drops, any type of those kind of things from home that you can zip in your suitcase when you're leaving. When I got to school in England, they called it Fresher's Flu, and it was just basically something that all the students got, but especially the foreign exchange students who were coming, and it's new types of germs, new type of environment, new type of weather, and you're just not used to it, and you tend to get sick. And the medicines over there were different, and some didn't work as well, and I just kind of wish I had brought medicine from home. I've heard from other friends that have studied in other places that this is true there too, Australia, a couple of countries in South America, that you get there and just for the first week or so, you kind of have this like flu-like kind of feeling. You're tired, you're coughing, you're sore throat. So just kind of bring some medicine that you think you might need while you're there. Tip number 4, to go along with the germs and trying not to get sick aspect, wet wipes. I know a lot of people bring hand sanitizer everywhere they go, but if you're traveling through airports and you're keeping other things in your bag like your passport and stuff, you don't want any of that to drip and get wet. And there's so many regulations on how much liquid you can bring. You want to save that for other things that you need in the airport. So wet ones, just the wet wipes, they have in those little tiny travel packs. You can sanitize your hand, you can sanitize your luggage, you can sanitize doors you're going into. Just trying to stay as healthy as possible because you want to be as healthy as you can during your study abroad experience and not be sitting at home sick while other people are having fun. Tip number 5 would be adapters for any electronic products or anything like that. If you have Apple products, they have a cool little kit that you can have for anywhere in the world. I think it was like $30 or something, and it had all the adapters for your phone and your computer and all of that. If not, just make sure that you're planning ahead for the type of countries that you're going to, because I stayed in England, but I traveled to France and Denmark and Ireland, and they all had different converters and things like that. If you don't have them, it's not the worst thing in the world. You can pick them up in airports. It will be expensive. Just try to plan ahead and ask around. If you plan a trip to Italy and you weren't thinking about it and you're like, oh no, I don't have adapters for that, ask other people around you. A lot of people will come with extras. Tip number 6 is clothes. When I was looking on YouTube for packing advice to study abroad, I was shocked at what a lot of the girls were saying to bring 1 or 2 pairs of jeans, 1 or 2 pairs of shoes. I wore every single outfit that I packed, and I bought clothes while I was there. I brought 7 pairs of jeans. I wore my 7 pairs of jeans. Yes, you can do laundry. Yes, you can rewear clothes, but I definitely wanted a variety. And it's not bad. You're not overpacking if you bring more than a couple outfits. But you know what you want to wear. You know what kind of outfits you wear. Don't bring that outfit that's in the back of your closet that you think looks really cute but you've never put on. So be realistic. You know what you wear. Look at what you're wearing. Look up temperatures for what countries are going to be like. You may be staying in England, but traveling to Italy, it's going to be hotter there. Tip 7 is paperwork. I kept a blue folder that I kept everything in when traveling to different countries. Obviously, when you're out of the country, you need to keep your passport on you at all times. It's your identification. If you ever get stopped or questioned, you need to have that on you no matter where you are. You should either leave a copy of your passport, a colored copy, by the way, because if your passport does get stolen, it's really helpful if you go to the embassy and you say, here's my colored copy, here's all my information, and then they can help you get a new one as fast as you can so that you can leave the country and travel and not have to cancel trips. So keep an extra one in your dorm or with your study abroad advisor. You usually get a letter saying that you attend the school. Don't play it off as a joke and be like, yeah, whatever, I don't need to keep this letter around. Every airport that I came home to, usually they asked for the letter and said, oh, hey, you've been traveling a lot. Let me see your identification. Where are you traveling from? Do you have a letter from the school? Customs can be really hard to get through, especially with everything that's going on in the world nowadays. You know, they want to be thorough, and you don't want to get held up, especially if you're connecting on another flight or something at customs because you don't have your paperwork. Tip number 8, products. I had a lot of people tell me as soon as I was trying to figure out things about packing, don't bring any of your products. It weighs down your bag. You won't have enough room for other things. You can buy all of that when you get there. Don't worry about it. Bring those things. However, bring small amounts of them. If you have a hair product that you use on your hair every day and you know you're going to be somewhere for 3 months and you're not going to use the whole bottle, go to CVS and get one of those little containers and measure out how much you'll need and bring that instead. However, if you have things like toothpaste that you're not sensitive to or anything like that, you can just buy generically. Buy that when you get there. I think that's one of those personal things that it's just really up to you. Obviously, don't buy the Costco size huge containers of shampoo and stuff and put them in your suitcase. You're not going to need that, and that's just crazy amount of weight to bring on a suitcase. But if you need little amounts of hairspray or hair gel or detangler or something like that, definitely go ahead and bring personal sizes of those. Tip number 9, a backpack. I know I said before that if you're going into exhibits and stuff, you're not allowed to have a backpack and you need one of those over-the-shoulder bags. But if you're traveling to country, you're going to be buying cheap tickets online, and one of the downfall of those cheap tickets is you're not allowed to check a bag. And if you are, they charge crazy, ridiculous prices, sometimes even more than the plane ticket prices. So if you bring a backpack, they let you fit everything you need into that backpack. So you want it to be small enough that you can carry it on your back, but you want it to be big enough that you can fit things in it. And it's really, really helpful to be your carry-on because that's all you get. And they're very strict with it. Literally, if you buy like some pretzels in the airport and you're walking on, they're like, hey, that needs to go in the bag. If it doesn't fit in the bag, you can't bring it on. Number 10 is your phone. A lot of people don't bring their phones because they don't want to be charged any of the extra data or roaming charges or anything, and then some people have their smartphones unlocked and use them while they're abroad. I got a little tiny European phone for probably like 30 pounds, and I could call people around in the country and my friends to see where they were. And then I brought my iPhone and I put it on airplane mode the entire time I was there, and I was able to take pictures, I was able to connect to Wi-Fi in the airports and stuff, so I didn't have to bring my laptop. You could still Facebook message, you could still do all that with your family members back home from your smartphone. So make sure if you want to, I mean, some people are afraid of losing them and things like that. If you want to keep it at home because you feel safe, that's fine, but just know that it's a means of talking. You know, it's expensive to call back home, and I used Facebook video chat to talk to people back home. So it can be really useful. I hope this video was helpful to anyone who's thinking about studying abroad or having to pack for an upcoming study abroad experience. I wish you all the best in all the locations that you're going to. If you have any questions, leave them down below or message me. I'll also put a link down in the description for all the products that I mentioned. Thank you so much for watching. It's been great being able to correspond with a lot of you from all over the world. Hearing your stories, you guys helped me. Some of you said that you'd want to study abroad or go to some of the places that I went by watching my videos. That means so much to me. I never really thought putting 1 or 2 little videos online would lead to meeting some amazing people, and I'm so grateful for that. So thank you all so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Tip number 5 would be electronics. Tip number 5 would be Tip number 5 would be adapters for any electronic products or anything like that. Large amount of monies at a time. Large amount of money, large amount of monies. I hope you have an advisor in a file somewhere or something. Keep your passport information.